How's everyone?
All right, let's get right up into it here. Apparently, Respawn is going to be developing a first-person Star Wars Mandalorian game. I don't know much about this. I want to pull this together here. Sorry. So I saw this and I was like, okay, this seems to be kind of the hot topic thing for Star Wars right now, is they're doing a lot of the Mandalorian stuff after the show kind of popped off. So insider gaming sources have revealed that Respawn Entertainment is developing a first-person Star Wars Mandalorian game that is in the early stages of development. According to sources, the game will see the player take control of a Mandalorian bounty hunter, unclear who, set during the time when the Galactic Empire is dominating across the galaxy. It is your job as a bounty hunter to capture bounties, dead or alive, for cash rewards. Yeah, I just don't know. I just don't know if I care that much. How it's structured. Yeah, I feel like one of the biggest things is it always a fight? That's pretty interesting. I feel like the thing is, like, they're so limited in what they're trying to do, or what the scope of this could be, is because it's always like you're going to get your bounties or whatever. But like, I don't know, like, it seems very limiting to be like, I don't know. You're right. I would like to see how it's structured and how it all comes together. Excuse me. As first reported by Adventure Beats, Jeff Grubb, the game was being led by Respawn creative director Mohammed Alvi, who left the studio to pursue his next adventure. According to Grubb, who didn't disclose it was a Star Wars game at the time, but has recently, the game will be focused on mobility and style as guiding principles. So yeah, I get it. It's pretty cool, or it could be pretty cool at least. I kind of was thinking, I wonder if it was like a almost, it kind of makes me think of like a Monster Hunter type, dynamic almost there, right? Hey, thank you so much for the lurk, Casper. And thank you for the shout out for Casper. Thank you guys. It could be very interesting without it being full on monsters. You know how there's 100 different ways to solve a Hitman mission? Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. And if they can do it, who makes Hitman? Not Respawn. Oh shit. Because that's what I was gonna say. If it's Respawn, this actually could be really great. IO Entertainment, I think. Oh, there's a ton of developers, but I'm guessing this is like over the entire series, though, right? But IO Interactive is one of them. Square Enix Montreal, Feral Interactive, Nix's Software, and Morpheum Wireless, something like that. Okay, dope. And Star Wars stuff. Oh, really? So I need to move this right here. Is created by IO. Okay, nice. Yeah, so that'd be cool if they could do something with it, but it doesn't sound like they will. Uh, describes fast-paced, rewarding players for this style with health regeneration based on successive kills. The game will feature various weapons, gadgets with linear levels set across different planets in the Star Wars universe. Release timing remains uncertain, with expectations of a year or two, and multiplayer features are yet to be confirmed. So, interesting stuff. I am definitely interested. Linear levels. Yeah, but I guess like my thought kind of ended up going to like, well, is technically like how Hitman is that technically linear? I don't know because it's not technically an open world thing, but I don't know, it could be anything, right? It's almost the opposite. Yeah, I mean, I know, I'm just trying to think of like, because linear could be like, it evokes a very specific kind of thing, but it also could just be like a bad word choice there. I don't know. No, you're probably right though. You're probably right. It is probably a bad thing though. Yeah, so this next one, Nintendo's next console is reportedly being delayed to 2025. So this is the quote Switch 2 being a little delayed, just a touch here. Poison a guy's drink to make him have to poop, then kill him in the stall, or use an exploding golf ball, or just shoot him. So it's linear in that way. I guess that's kind of what I was thinking. Like there's always like a beginning, there's always like an end. Like you have to get to that point. But I kind of agree with Cyclo a little bit. Oh my god. That saying linear makes it seem like there's a very specific path to walk. So it makes me a little worried. I'm gonna be honest. Makes me a little worried. So sorry. Let me I always have to bring these ones in. The wait for Nintendo's next generation console may have gotten a little bit longer. According to multiple reports, Nintendo is now planning to launch its Switch successor in the first quarter of 2025, or about 8 years after it launched the original Nintendo Switch. To me, this doesn't seem like a big deal. I feel like 2025 is the right time to release Switch 2, as it were. But yeah, his release title confirmed. Stop it. You know that's not true. You know that's not happening. Depending on what Monster Hunter Wilds ends up being, it might. I was gonna say, depending on if Monster Hunter Wilds ends up being what is it? Crossplay. I'm actually gonna have to try and decide what I'm gonna get it on then. It gives me time for saving money for this console, right? Like I said, I don't think Switch 2 is like a dire need of something right now. So I think it's good. I think first half of 2025 is the right spot. Oh yeah, actually next month we're supposed to be getting some more Monster Hunter kind of news, aren't we? That could be crazy. I wasn't even thinking about it. I kind of forgot about it. Nintendo recently briefed publishers on an updated launch window for the new console, colloquially known as Switch 2. The report has since been corroborated by reports from VGC and Eurogamer, also citing sources that say Nintendo's original plan for next-gen launch in the second half of 2024 has been pushed to Q1 2025. Are we? I thought the 20th anniversary was in March. When is the actual anniversary? Or is it? Oh, maybe I was thinking I was thinking it was during the 20th anniversary or whatever the thing is this year. Maybe March, but maybe they were talking about summer then. This will have like an Nvidia thing in the Switch or console. Yeah, it could. I think that they're definitely gonna try and push. Doing a sleepy lyric. Hope everybody is doing well. Jenna, thank you so much. It's great to see you. Hopefully your exam goes awesome tomorrow. And yeah, great to see you. Get some sleep. Yeah, I thought it was March for sure, but then I'm thinking, I think they specifically said Monster Hunter would be. I thought that they said at least Wilds was they weren't gonna talk about it until summer. So maybe they're gonna do the 20th anniversary stuff, and then in March, and then in summer do the Wilds stuff. Yeah, the rumors are comparable to Xbox Series S at the low end, so it should be nice. That would be great if we could get something like that. That'd be amazing. Yeah, well, I assume that they're gonna definitely do some kind of remaster of something, or I feel like there's gotta be some kind of like game that's gonna be not a new game, but like a port or like a remaster of something, like right around that time, to kind of keep everybody, good for that amount of time. Killing it with the RE remakes, but I feel like they're gonna almost like it's gonna shadow drop, like they're gonna talk about it and then be like, and it releases right now, and you're like, oh my god. Oh. I feel like they have to for the 20th anniversary, or I keep on saying 20th and I don't actually remember if it's 20th, but I'm pretty sure it's 20th, and it's already on your Switch. Yeah, I think that that's kind of what I'm expecting, but that is also, pure speculation, and would be, awesome. Just seeing if there was anything else I missed in this, but it does not look like it. Yeah, I would love for them to drop something, but I'm excited to see the top monsters, as it were. Yo, Cyclo, did you also see the Alatreon blindfolded thing that I was sharing in the Discord yesterday? Because that shit was funny. Yeah, there was apparently a streamer or something who was doing Alatreon, doing that fight blindfolded. Didn't watch any. It's just kind of going over. I'll go over just a quick summary. So she's apparently fought Alatreon like 4,000 times. So she's saying like, oh yeah, I could beat him with a blindfold. So she gets this like blindfold, puts it on, beats him. Everybody's like, oh, that's pretty cool. Somebody in her community posts it to, I can't even remember the guy's name, but he's a bigger streamer. They posted into like his Reddit, which he then picks it up and reacts to it and is like, oh, that's really cool, that's actually really impressive, all this kind of stuff. And she was not the one posting any of that stuff. Pretty soon after that, a bunch of people who are actually blindfold gamers, like people who actually do this, were like, yeah, this is super fake. And they're kind of showing off like some things, and then they were saying like, well, the scarf is like very see-through, so you could see pretty much everything, all this stuff. So they're like calling her out about it. And then they saw then she did another run with an actual like blackout mask on, and the guy was saying, he's like, well, I think it's still fake. I was like, I don't know. At this point, I don't know if it's fake or not. I don't really care. It's just funny. But it was pretty goofy because they were like showing how she would move the camera as if she could see and stuff. It was pretty weird. even with mildly obscured vision is impressive. Yeah, that's how I thought. I was like, listen, I'm not taking anything away from her being like a very good hunter. Like, that's great. But there was definitely some sus moments. She would like dodge, or she would like avoid attacks at times, and she was like, and they were like, yeah, like that's pretty crazy, because she would like when the monster would like specifically go to attack her, she would dodge out of the way, and then she had like people in one of them, and they were like, the monster was attacking the other people and she wouldn't dodge. They were like, but how would you know by the sound? So there's some thoughts. Will unfortunately be left out. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't think they're gonna do it on like I don't think they'll put wilds on the original Switch. I think the idea is that they're hoping to have a more powerful Switch so that they can do more, you know, more, put it on the other one. Sekiro blindfolded? I believe it. I'm not saying people can't play games blindfolded. I just think people are questioning the legitimacy of it, which is fine. Like I said, I don't really care if she did or did not do it at this point. I just think it's funny. Fight that thing not solo. Moves around too much. Yeah, I think I've only tried to fight him once, and I got my ass kicked pretty quick. So then I was like, I'm good. All right, let me jump into this next one real quick. So Air Canada must honor a refund policy invented by the airline's chatbot. Of course. What a wild fucking topic this is gonna be. I am so excited to read about this. I have not yet, but that title, it's already sold me. After months of resisting, Air Canada was forced to give a partial refund to a grieving passenger who was misled by an airline chatbot inaccurately explaining the airline's bereavement travel policy. On the day Jake Maffat grandmother died, Maffat, I don't know how you say this guy's last name, immediately visited Air Canada's website to book a flight from Vancouver to Toronto. Unsure of how Air Canada's bereavement rates work, Jake asked Air Canada's chatbot to explain. The chatbot provided inaccurate information, encouraging Jake to book a flight immediately and then request a refund within 90 days. In reality, Air Canada's policy explicitly stated that the airline will not provide refunds for bereavement travel after the flight is booked. Jake dutifully attempted to follow the chatbot's advice and request a refund, but was shocked that the request was rejected. Jake tried for months to convince Air Canada that the refund was owed, sharing a screenshot from the chat bot that was clearly claimed. If you need to travel immediately and have already traveled and would like to submit your ticket for a reduced bereavement rate, kindly do so within 90 days of your date your ticket was issued by completing our ticket refund application form. Air Canada argued that because the chatbot responds elsewhere linked to a page with the actual bereavement travel policy, Jake should have known bereavement rates could not be requested retroactively. Instead of a refund, the best Air Canada would do was to promise to update the chatbot and offer Jake a $200 coupon on a future flight. Unhappy with this resolution, Jake refused the coupon and filed a small claims complaint in Canada's Civil Resolution Tribunal. Oh my god. saw this poster for Popeye's restaurant. It says, "We are short staffed today. Please be patient. If you run out of patience, ask for application." That's funny. Plain and simple. Yeah, and it sounds like they did, but they needed to update everything. Okay, so according to Air Canada, Jake never should have trusted the chatbot, and the airline should not be liable for the chatbot's misleading information because Air Canada essentially argued that the chatbot is a separate legal entity that is responsible for its own actions. That is a stupid statement. Experts told the Vancouver Sun that Jake's case appeared to be the first time a Canadian company tried to argue that it wasn't liable for the information provided by its chatbot. Tribunal member Christopher Rivers, who decided the case in favor of Jake, called Air Canada's defense remarkable. Remarkable. Air Canada argues it cannot be held liable for information provided by one of its agents, servants, or representative, including a chatbot, River wrote. It does not explain why it believes that this is the case, or why the webpage titled Bereavement Travel was inherently more trustworthy than its chatbot. And so it's like an employee saying something that isn't true. Right. That's what they're saying, but like, it doesn't matter. If an employee says something that's not true, you still have to honor it because now you've said it. Further, Rivers found that Jake had no reason to believe that one part of Air Canada's website would be accurate and another would not. Sorry. So yeah, I agree. Like, why would you think like, oh, the chatbot is correct, so I better check this to make sure it's double correct? Air Canada does not explain why customers should have to double check information found in one part of the website or on another part of its website. I agree. In the end, Rivers ruled that Jake was entitled to a partial refund of $650.88 in Canadian dollars off the original fare, which was about 482 USD or $1,640.36 Canadian. As well as additional damages to cover the interest on the airfare and Jake's tribunal fee. So I think this was just a beauty of a story here. I want to make sure that I didn't miss anything, but oh my god, yeah, I love that they were like, well, you know, obviously the chatbot's its own entity, we can't be sued for that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it looks like that's everything. Obviously, this robot is insane. We are not liable. Yeah, right. That is such a bold choice to go with as being the thing that you're gonna stake in. I don't know. They're like, well, we will update the bot. Like, okay, well, you better do it soon because, you know, obviously you're not doing a great job at, you know, making sure that the information is very accurate. Oh man, I couldn't believe that they were trying. Better fire the bot. Bro, we already know about this too. Avash and I already understand. You can't trust the bots. Whether it's a clip player, whether it's a chat bot, they all be fucking up somewhere. And you gotta replace them with a better bot. Cletus or not. Even if they are Cletus, if they're ever named Cletus, you just need to get rid of them right there. Right then, right there. But yeah, I'm actually pretty shocked. I did not think that there would be that they would try and make the claim that they were not liable for their bot.
56? Oh man, now that's all I can think about. You no good 56.
Oh, very nice, dude.
Cyclo with the 56 bits.
Yo, dude, thank you so much for the 56 bits. Yeah, as soon as you were saying, obviously this robot is insane, I was like, damn, that sounds like Roberto. 56? Oh, man. All I could think about, right? Same, man. I can't wait till we get crazy robots. Crazy, murderous robots. Those will be the days. I don't know if you guys have seen there's a Spider-Man tie-in film right now that has been going through the box office. The movie's called Madam Web. This is a character that's part of the Spider-Man comics that they decided to make a movie for. And it's apparently really bad. Shit. Murderous Santa robots. Yeah, the ones that are programmed incorrectly so they judge everybody as being naughty. Hopefully they're all voiced by John Goodman. I know what you're saying. Naughty. I love that this is becoming a thing for Sony and their movies that are not handheld by Marvel. I have not heard of this movie. Oh, well, you are lucky. That's about it. I mean, the movie is just bad. People just said it's bad. So I remember, what was it, like last year when Morbius came out? That was kind of a spin-off, Spider-Man type movie. Because I think Morbius is a Spider-Man villain or something, I think. So they're, Sony's back at it again, this time with Madam Web. And, I've heard that they are very similarly bad. But apparently this one hit a record low for Sony Spider-Man movies at the box office. So I don't know if this doesn't. I should just read it. So Madam Web has struggled to ensnare audiences for its opening weekend at the box office, hitting a record low in the Sony Spider-Man universe. Sony's latest superhero film grossed $17.6 million in the US during its 3-day opening weekend and $25.8 million during a 6-day period. Actually, a lot of money. Still a ton of money. Not good, but per Variety, leading the worst opening for a Spider-Man universe movie, including the critically panned vampire flick Morbius, which made $39.1 million in its 3-day debut. Oh, so it totally fucking Morbius totally beat the shit out of this movie, apparently, huh? Did not realize that. Madam Web opened in second place behind Paramount's latest music buyout, Bob Marley, One Love, which earned $27.7 million in the US during the 3-day weekend and $57 during a 6-day stretch. It added $29 million overseas, while Madam Web launched internationally with $25.7 million at the box office. I just wanted to bring this up because I thought this was fucking funny. That apparently Sony really cannot get their movies going. They just know how to make terrible freaking movies. And they're all like spin-off movies, of course, too, and they're just bad. I don't understand how. But yeah, so the movie just didn't look very good, and everybody who has seen it that I've watched reviews of have said that it's horrible. It's just not good, which is sad. In like a way, I don't know. But yeah, so I'm trying to think of it essentially is supposed to be like an origin story for Madam Web, who is like she's like a blind person who can see the future kind of thing in the comics, I guess. Confusing choices was said a lot in the reviews I saw. Yeah. And so in the movie, the character can see, which is interesting. It's a confusing choice. And then they kind of in the trailer, I'm going to give you guys a little spoiler warning here. I'm going to, give just a touch of a spoiler, okay? Just a touch of a spoiler, but don't go see this movie. It's not worth it. So in the trailer, they showed off that there is 3 other women that the Madam Web character is interacting with. And they show in the trailer they have like spider powers, and they all have like Spider-Man costumes, but they're all like different versions of these different spider people in it from the comics, and people were like, oh, that's really cool. Apparently that is a vision that Madam Web has that is all of 5 minutes in the movie, and nobody has any of those powers or anything during the actual film. So I feel so bad for anybody who thought that they were gonna go see this and thought it was gonna be good. What? Did you not hear about this, Cyclo? They totally tried to sell this movie on that there was gonna be a bunch of spider people from the comics and stuff, but apparently that is like at the very end of the film, and it's like a vision. It doesn't even happen in the actual movie, and it's not a very long sequence and all this stuff. So they really hyped people up. Fuck is the damn movie? I would love to know that too. I think it's, from what I understood, I think it's a lot of just running away from the bad guy. Something like that. I think people have said it's just boring, which that would make sense. So yeah, absolutely hilarious. I don't want to spend any more time on this. Don't give a shit about this fucking movie, Madam Web. Also, this next one, we'll go ahead and jump into it because, like I said, we don't care about Madam Web no more. We're going into the next. So you guys seen that Helldivers came out recently? Have you also seen that Helldivers has been crushing it recently? I remember watching the trailers for this and I was like, oh, this looks great. And it was giving me a lot of vibes, but over the next 3 articles, it's gonna get better, guys. So this first one, Helldivers 2 has more than doubled its Steam audience in a week. So Helldivers has had a repeat of its launch on its second weekend as the PlayStation-funded co-op shooter soared to new levels of popularity, and its servers struggled to keep up with the demand. On Steam, Arrowhead Game Studios' tribute to Starship Troopers has been steadily amassing more and more players through the week after hitting a peak of over 155,000 concurrent players on Sunday, February 11th. Then player numbers suddenly leapt over the weekend, hitting a peak of 409,367 on February 18th. To put it in perspective, this is higher than the Grand Theft Auto 5 all-time peak player number on Steam, and nestled just outside the current top 5 games on the platform, behind Apex Legends. It's a big hit, albeit a long way off the 2.1 million concurrent players recorded by Palworld on Steam 3 weeks previously. So I think this is just really cool. This is a very kind of like smaller like dev team. It's not a small dev team, but it's a smaller dev team. The game is reasonably priced at I think like $40, $50, something like that, I think. Yeah, I hear it's very fun. It's really popping off right now. Let me jump into this next one because I don't want to go too in depth on one thing, and then Helldivers 2 director calls renewed interest in Starship Troopers after game's success incredible. So when I saw the trailer for this game, I immediately thought of Starship Troopers because it really gives off those vibes, and apparently that is partially on purpose, it seems like. Helldivers 2 director John Johan, we're just gonna go with Johan, has commented on the incredible impact the squad-based shooter has seemingly had on viewership of the 1997 sci-fi action film Starship Troopers. Johan shared a post on Twitter showing the Starship Troopers rose through the ranks from 109 to 45 as the most popular movie online as of February 17th. The statistic provided are courtesy of the Television Stats, a website that tracks data and shares performance metrics for various titles. Immediately about democracy, bro. That's all you need, though. What were we supposed to think? But I think he knows that too, right? Yeah. So you can see this is like the February 14th, 15th, and then the 16th. This is the engagement score for Starship Troopers. You can see that bad boy just whoop. I think it's great. I'm so glad that it's become a thing. So apparently this is like a PlayStation game though too. This is like funded by Sony, I think. I should read. Co-op shooter funded by PlayStation experienced a surge in popularity. PlayStation 5 and PC. Yeah, I knew it was both, but I'm pretty sure it's actually funded by PlayStation with crossplay. Oh, no way. Nope. Cool. So one last one about Helldivers. This is kind of the icing on the cake. Really one of those things that I saw and I was like, this is just a good company, it seems like. Should you buy Helldivers 2 right now? Arrowhead CEO says it's worth waiting till the server's problems are fixed. Okay, so pause. Let's take a quick break here, a quick pause in the story to kind of get a little bit of information. As you know, we were kind of just talking about how the concurrent player has rose over the first couple of weeks or whatever, that their servers have struggled a little bit. So they're actively working on trying to get those fixed. And so this is kind of a thing said to everybody from that standpoint, at least. As Helldiver continued its struggle to cope with the influx of players, the boss of its developer has cautioned against buying the game right now. Yesterday, February 19th, Helldivers 2 developer Arrowhead Game Studios said it would release updates on PlayStation 5 and PC this week to aim to tackle the most serious problems. But no single update will solve all the issues. There is evidence to suggest people are losing patience with the game too. On Steam, Helldivers 2 now has a mixed user review. Pretty much all negative reviews revolve around the server issues. Okay, so a bunch of server issues or whatever. Now, Arrowhead CEO Johan has responded to one user on Twitter who said they wanted to buy Helldivers 2 but can't afford it right now. To recommend they hold off until the server problems have been sorted out. If you have no cash, get it later. While we made a really fun game, it's worth waiting until the servers can support the capacity. I mean, as the CEO, of course I want the game to be as profitable as possible, but if you spend your last dollars and got stuck in a server queue, I'd be heartbroken. Seems honest of them. Yeah, so the CEO of the game studio was legitimately saying, like, listen, if you don't have the money, now's probably not the time anyway. Let's wait until the servers get sorted out and then come into it. It's a good game, guys. It's worth checking out. But as he said, like, he's like, if you guys spent your money on this, like your last little bits of money and like just to get the game, that's what you wanted, and you got stuck in a server queue, he's like, I'd be so upset for you. I'd be heartbroken. I think that's you know, an interesting take, because most CEOs would be like, yeah, of course, buy it. We're gonna sort out the issues, guys. Don't worry about it. But this guy's like, listen, if you need to hold, you know, that's cool. Of course we want, of course we want you guys' money at some point. Obviously, it's a business, but like, it can wait. Just purchase it a little later. And it's not like games just, you can't go back and play games. Of course you can go back and play games. So I just think it is very, very nice, very honest, very, this kind of moves that make me want to purchase more. Right. I agree. That's kind of how I felt about it. That's why I was like, I wanted to bring this up because very kind of a smaller studio, and not this super crazy AAA game that doesn't actually end up being very good. Looking at you, Suicide Squad. A smaller budget or a smaller team, smaller asking price, and people are loving this game. It's reminiscent of one of my favorite movies, Starship Troopers. And the CEO is not a complete douche about their servers being overloaded, saying, yes, of course we're working on it. If you want to hold off purchasing the game right now, I think that's okay. Bro, I'm kind of like, okay, I'm kind of happy about it. 100% the game yet. Damn. On Horizon? Oh man, sorry, my lips are getting a little chapped today. We'll have to grease these bad boys up. But yeah, I just think this is really cool. I was pretty happy to see, this game already looked like it was going to be a lot of fun. Just it's nice to see that it's actually kind of playing out to be, not just one of those, like I said, kind of terrible AAA games. It was okay. Is Forbidden West the new one? Do you guys know? You son of a bitch. I'm in. Is that the thing? West is sequel. Zero Dawn. I'm sorry. The names of those games is not good. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys. The names of those games, not good. If you have a hard time remembering which one is which, it's probably a bad name. Games might be great. I'm not even saying nothing about that. I only got to see Horizon Zero Dawn. Sounds like a sequel, bro. They do both be sounding sequely. Yeah, but like if like I said, I watched Vash play the first one, Zero Dawn. That's right. And I was like, listen, game looked fine. Doesn't look like the kind of game for me. But yeah, the title was always just I can't do it. So, all right, sorry, I was just feeling some things. I think it was last week we were kind of talking about, I don't know if it was on stream or if it was just in the Discord, but we were kind of talking about that Nintendo was potentially going to have a little bit of a showcase or something in the next couple of days. At that time, this was all last week, but as of right, but kind of didn't happen. But now they have announced that on February 21st, which is tomorrow, they are going to be doing a partner showcase. So it's a Nintendo Direct partner showcase. They're going to be showing off apparently 25 minutes of games. Nintendo has announced that its first Nintendo Direct partner showcase of 2024 is set to take place on February 21st at about 9 p.m. Eastern. I'm gonna always go Eastern. That's where I live, bro. And features about 25 minutes of info focused on Nintendo Switch games coming in the first half of 2024 from our publishing and development partners. No other information has been given. So I don't know. There might not be anything around this. I mean, we'll see. I don't think we're getting any like crazy information or anything, but there should be some interesting, you know, games and stuff, especially like all the ones that are coming to the Switch early on this year. So yeah, they're not going to be like, hey, we've got this Switch 2. We've got a Switch 2. I think it's specifically for third party. Yeah, you're probably right. I think when they say partner showcase, I think that's specifically what they're saying. Yeah, so I don't think it's going to be bad. It's just going to be, you know, we're not getting anything out of it. But all right, let's go ahead and get into this next thing. This is a trailer for a new Power Wash Sim map, I believe. I'm guessing this is some DLC, like the SpongeBob Bikini Bottoms whatever DLC that they ended up having. But this one is for a very different game. I'm gonna go ahead and get into it here, and we'll take a look, you know, and then we'll talk about it afterwards.
Witness. Imperial engines adorned in filth, a testament to their glory. Yet the machine spirits yearn for reawakening, shaped in the likeness of the Omnissiah. Purity. It is an honor to service these triumphant vessels. Our tool, the Mark II Aquasantica Aquabus. Our adversary, dirt. An act performed in dutiful veneration of the Omnissiah carries glory, whether by power armor or power washer. Yes, the canticles of restoration must be performed. Our purpose is true. Purge the unclean. Where is that servitor with my blessed incense?
For the Emperor. What a weird crossover here. That's right. Power Wash Simulator and Warhammer 40K. What a crossover here. I'm sure there'll be a lot of fans out of that. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, they did like the Final Fantasy one, this one, SpongeBob. I mean, their range for what they're bringing in is crazy. But oh my God, what a weird. I mean, listen, whatever. But what a weird thing. I saw this and I was like, I don't even care anything else about it. I have to show this off. This is amazing. So yeah, if you're really interested, in just 7 days, you can go ahead and pick this game up, or this DLC for this game. I would love to get into more Power Wash at some point. You know, Vash was doing some Power Wash streams, and I was jumping in and helping out on some washing. But I would like to do more of it at some point. Just probably not Warhammer stuff. I'm not that interested. All right, on to our next topic. This one I brought over just because I love seeing Stephen King just be upset about stuff. You know, there's just something about him that he just gets angry in a way that just makes me laugh, makes me happy. You know, maybe you guys don't feel it the same way I feel it, but I definitely feel it. I love seeing Stephen King be upset. At work today, really, because of Creepshow. Nice. I don't remember how he was involved with Creepshow. All right. So Stephen King says Salem's Lot remake is quite good, and he's not sure why Warner Brothers is holding it back. Started in the first episode. Oh, I didn't know that. Nice. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and read just the tweet that he put out, because that was where I got a lot of my information. Didn't even care about anything else really. Apparently they're making a Salem's Lot show or something. I don't know. Between you and me, Twitter, I've seen the new Salem's Lot, and it's quite good. Old school horror filmmaking, slow build, big payoff. Not sure why Warner Brothers is holding it back. Not like it's embarrassing or anything. Who knows? I just write the fucking things. Man, I love it. I loved it how just it felt like it went from 0 to 60 so quick. Like my man just was like, I don't understand. I don't completely get it. I don't know. Who knows? I just write the fucking things. He is a writer. But I'm saying, I'm pretty sure this is like a I thought this is like something for him. Yeah, it's one of his novels. It's a remake of one of his novels. So that's why he's so upset about it. I mean, I get that part of it, but like that's why he is specifically saying, I just write the fucking things. Damn. Structured his tweet even. Oh, of course, man. I would expect no less. But it works in a way that just it makes me so happy. And I don't mean there's like a sudden build to it. Yeah, right. Slow build, big payoff. Did I see the trailer for the new, is it Dead by Daylight killer? I didn't. Who's the new Dead by Daylight killer, man? Oh no, it's gonna be something bad. Dead by Daylight is one of those franchises that is so wild. I'm kind of confused on how they're still managing. Godzilla? That'd be funny. I did not actually see it. I thought maybe it was just recently announced, but I don't think so. Dead by Daylight. Creature for it. It was today for the creature. Oh, this All Things Wicked thing? Yeah, this is really weird. It's just like it's like a lady in like clown makeup or something, but not like over clown makeup. It's very like white face and then dark purple, like a heart, and then like her lips and stuff. It's all very like muted and stuff. It's very twisty body. I mean, I saw some of it, but it didn't look like it was anything crazy. I don't know. You're looking at the wrong killer. No, I looked at it, man. You said it was called All Things Wicked. Oh, come on, man. That one was from 9 hours ago. Oh, The Unknown. The Unknown is something else. The All Things Wicked one was a different one. I see what you're talking about. This is something else. I don't know that this is new, man. I think this guy is. I mean, he might have just came out today, though. But I don't think he was announced today. Sorry, I know, guys. I'm just trying to look at this dude. Oh yeah, I have no idea when they showed him off. All right, sorry. This is such a side tangent here. So yeah, all right. So back on topic. Sorry, Stephen King upset about things. Moving on. Oh, guys, remember how you guys didn't know about biker mice from Mars? You remember that? You guys remember you guys not knowing about biker mice from Mars? Do you remember how you guys didn't know that? Didn't understand what it was? You guys remember that? You guys remember how you guys didn't know about biker mice from Mars? Mice from Mars.
Biker mice from Mars.
This doesn't sound familiar. I know. That's kind of my point, Psyglo, is you wouldn't get it. Your little brain couldn't handle it. No. So you guys remember Batman Beyond, though? Very different things. I don't know why I'm trying to conflate the two, but mostly because I knew Batman Beyond from my childhood. So apparently Spider-Verse producer revealed concept art for the Batman Beyond feature film pitch. Was the future one right? Yes. Yeah. So I'm gonna get this opened up in another thing, but it is one of those shows that it's pretty beloved. In at least in some some circles or whatever. I think people like it for the most part. It's not anything groundbreaking.
Hello,
it's not
the person who has redeemed this reward would like you to know that they are
First!
It's not Batman the animated series, of course. Yo, Benign, what's happening, dude? How you doing, buddy? That is Benign's first, bro. Welcome on in. So I was like, oh, this is pretty cool, like an interesting idea. So they showed off some concept art for Batman Beyond, and it's very much in the Spider-Verse kind of look. What a liar. What do you mean, what a liar? Who's a liar? Oh my
Someone
God.
there?
Getting absolutely shook over here. What are you guys doing to me? I was ready to throw hands. God damn. Wasn't me this time. I was not, but just as good. It's a good photo, guys. Make sure you guys are over in the Discord. Check it out. Photos over there. It's a good one. You look blinded at that one. Bro, I was shooketh. Did see that Borderlands trailer. I didn't see the Borderlands trailer, but I saw like a Borderlands photo and I was like, I don't think I care that much. Did they do like a full trailer or was it just a teaser? Because I'll wait until they do a full trailer and then we'll watch it. Yeah, thanks so much for hanging out with us, Benign. Let me know when you get it. You should be getting it by Thursday, I think. So, I'll keep an eye on the tracking as well. So, all right, let's get back to this news real quick. So yeah, there was a film pitch for a Batman Beyond, kind of, it looks like a little bit of a Spider-Verse thing. So I'm going to show off these photos real quick. Yeah, very, very Spider-Verse kind of looking. I think part of the reason is not just like because the art style is actually very different, but it is very like pinks and purples and blues and kind of those colors. Hold hold on, guys. I need you guys to take a pause real quick. I don't think this movie. I don't think it's been. I don't think it's happening. It was just pitched. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't want you guys to think that this is happening, because it's not. From my understanding, it is not happening. It was just thought it was cool and I wanted to show it off. I'm so sorry for breaking your hearts. I'm so sorry, guys. But so I feel like here at Tease, I'm sorry. I'm just bringing the news to y'all. What do you mean? It's not even me. I need a news refund. All right. So I was gonna say the art style doesn't have that look, but it has very similar colors, which I feel like makes it kind of gives it that look, you know? Kind of gives it the Spider-Verse kind of look. But I love the art style. I wish they were doing this. I agree. I also liked Batman Beyond as well. How about a coupon? All right, here's what you can get, man. If you wanna, you get one free redeem on any color lights you want, bro. Okay, that's on me. As old Bruce in a Beyond movie, that'd be cool. That'd be real cool. Although he was old Bruce in the Flash movie, so there is that. Before we pitched, they warned us there is absolutely no way we could do a Beyond movie, but they loved our enthusiasm. You just select it, my dude, and I will refund the points right back to you. You get that. You get whatever you want, bro. You just, all you gotta have is the points to buy it, and then I'll refund you. You get a coupon. And this is where I take those points and totally don't give them back. Got him! I'm just kidding, buddy. You got it. Points are back to you. Some free lights. That's right. To keep people going to see the Flash. I know, that's right. I'm getting a live action Miles Morales movie. At some point we will, right? I mean, I'll be excited when we get a live action Spider-Gwen movie. That'd be my thing. So yeah, all right, let's get into these last couple news stories. So the universe's brightest body is a quasar that shines 500 trillion times brighter than the sun. Can you guys even understand what that means? Because I don't. But I love these space stories because they're always kind of just wildly interesting. Astronomers have found a new record for the brightest body in the universe after discovering a monstrous quasar that shines roughly 500 trillion times brighter than the sun. The supermassive black hole lurking in the hearts of most galaxies are thought to grow larger by feasting on vast disks of oops, sorry, someone was calling me. Weird. No, get out of here, bitch ass. Sorry, large disks of gravitational bound interstellar material. This process releases a huge amount of radiation, some of which is cast out into the universe in the form of visible light. In the case of extremely active black holes known as quasars, the glow triggered by the cosmic gluttony can be sufficient to outshine the combined lights of every star in the host galaxy that is embedded in. Woo! So this motherfucker's eating so much mass or so much things in its area that it's glowing because of it. It's a little hard to completely understand how that whole thing works. We're not doing a full explanation of it, but In a newly published study, scientists have detailed the name of a record-breaking gargantuan quasar, known simply as J0529-4351, which according to the author is the most luminous body ever found in the history of our cosmos. We have discovered the fastest growing black hole known to date, said the Australian National University astronomer Christian Wolf. Damn, what a name. Christian Wolf? What a dude. Who co-authored the new study appearing in the journal Nature Astronomy. It has a mass of 17 billion suns and eats over a sun per day. Interesting. This makes it the most luminous object in the known universe. The quasar's light is thought to have traveled for some 12 billion years before being intercepted by Earth-bound telescopes. The researchers believe that the cosmic light show occurred as J0529-4351, fed on a colossal disk of interstellar material measuring 7 light years from end to end. Placed in context of our solar system, such a disk would occupy a space the equivalent of 15,000 times the gulf between the sun and the planet Neptune, making it the largest structure of its kind in the known universe. J0529-4351 has actually been captured in astronomical surveys dating back to the 1980s, but had been mistaken as a star by the machine learning tools used to scan the database or datasets due to its extreme brightness, which is the equivalent to 5 trillion times that of our sun. They love that 5 trillion times our sun thing. In 2023, scientists discovered J0529-435's true identity as a distant quasar using data from the Sliding Spring Observatory in Australia. Further observation using a cutting-edge instrument mounted on the EOS's Very Large Telescope in Chile were later used to confirm the quasar's status as the most luminous body discovered in the universe to date. The author of the study describing J0529-435 believes that the quasar will represent a promising target for the next generation of telescope and instrument that are due to come online over the next decade. Woo! Your boy. I felt like I was in a flow state on that one. So interesting stuff, guys. I mean, there's not much to go on about it, you know. It's just but anytime we're discovering this kind of stuff, just pretty interesting, especially when they're kind of talking about it, you know, feeding on like interstellar material, and that's making it glow and stuff. It's pretty cool stuff. Oh shit, guys. So I thought this one was pretty cool, just interesting. I mean, I love space and space stuff. It's cool. It's cool to hear about, even if I don't completely understand all of it, you know. Last news article. I just love chat. Chat got real quiet during that one. Everything. That's how I felt about it, guys. I'm not here to pretend like I didn't either. Last one here. Disney reportedly strikes deal for Sony to take over its physical media business. I blacked out during the name of the thing. I wish I still remembered it. Did I have it written down? Oh yeah, J0529-4351. Are you talking about that? J0529-4351. Lamo. It's too early for that. But it's 8:30 at night, man. What are you talking about? It's too early. Okay, I'm just gonna do a summary I did of this one. That's why I was sighing. Yes. I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just joking. It's a joke, man. It's calm down, man. It's a joke. It's cool. It's fine, bro. It's a joke. Disney and Sony have reached a deal where Sony will handle the production, marketing, sales, and distribution of Disney's physical media in the US and Canada, covering DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4K Ultra DVD releases. This deal includes both new and catalog releases, while Disney will continue to manage its digital media. The closure of Disney Movie Club, which provided subscribers with exclusive access to Disney's physical media library, has also been announced. The closure has been announced with the last day to order sets of Blu-ray or to order sets is May 20th, 2024. The decision came amongst a decline in physical media sales, with Best Buy phasing out DVD and Blu-ray sales and Netflix ending its DVD rental service. So sorry, this one I just was like, it's not that interesting, but it is kind of like, if you wanted to try and buy any kind of digital or go and buy any of the stuff from the Disney Movie Club, you have to do it before the 20th of May. And any physical media from Disney is going to be handled by Sony going forward, which is kind of an interesting thing. But I mean, whatever. I just thought, man, I'm kind of sad that digital or physical media is really kind of declining. Vash and I were just talking about having like game cases and stuff. He was talking about having like even steelbooks and stuff. And I always thought like that kind of stuff is really cool. And it's kind of a collector's piece. I think the one he was showing me is a Last of Us one he had. And the steelbook was like legit like a piece of art too. Like it's really nice. It's one of those things, like it's sad that they're kind of getting phased out. And I mean, like, I don't know. And I guess part of it too is like, the Funimation thing that was happening where like your digital Funimation stuff that you owned, like you no longer are going to have when it goes over Crunchyroll and stuff. And there was another one that was doing that too recently. Another site or hosting service or something. It's just, I kind of don't fucking get it. Like, I saw a comment on something the other day about if purchasing something digitally is not actually owning it, then piracy is not actually a crime. And I was like, I mean, I guess like it's a pretty interesting way of thinking about it, but I guess technically, right? If you don't own it in the first place, even though you paid for it, does it even matter? I'm not here to tell you one way or another about anything about your own personal preferences on piracy of, media or anything. But obviously, if you can purchase something and they can take it away from you, do you even actually own it? Oh, then can you actually steal it? You're right. Yeah, I agree, man. So I don't know. I hope. I think there's gonna be a resurgence in a lot of this kind of stuff, as there has been for like like vinyl records and stuff has its own resurgence and stuff. I think physical media will always be a thing, at least for some collectors and stuff. It'll be interesting to see as my generation gets a little older, how that kind of plays out, if we might be clutching on to those those vinyl records and our VHSs and stuff like that, and all that kind of stuff, and the other generations will be like, yeah, we don't care. Like, okay. Or maybe there will be a resurgence. So I always had them, man. I've had a couple of things like that. Movies, games, stuff like that. I mean, it's tricky. You know what? I just got today. Emily bought me the Blu-ray of The Last of Us, the series that was on HBO. She ordered it for me the other day. I was just talking about how I really wanted it because I was like, well, we don't have HBO and I would like to watch it again at some point. And the thing was just here this morning or today when I got home, and I was like, oh damn, this is awesome. But that was one of the ones I was like, this would be great to have at some point as just a thing to be able to have it. So yeah, I think it's just, you never know. Can be snatched up in an instant. But yeah, I think that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for the news today. I don't have anything else to really go over. We'll hang out a little bit before we get into some Bound. But that'll go ahead and wrap it up for the news. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out, and I will see y'all on the other side.